Today, ma'am, we're going to report the total project cost. First of all, what is the total project cost? Total project costs are a significant consideration of the client during a project's design and development phases. The estimated total cost of capital, mostly used for setting budgets for a typical project, is made up. First is the professional engineering cost. Second is the construction cost. Third is the legal and land cost. And last is the owner's cost, including project administration, staffing, financing, and other overhead. The engineer should regularly update the estimation of the estimated cost of the project as the design goes forward and more knowledge becomes available. The client is generally responsible for supplying estimates of those costs which may lie beyond the experience or competence of the civil engineer, such as those administrative and financial areas of legal property. To discuss the professional engineering costs, here is Ms. Kwanson.
Civil engineer studies on how they will engage their plan on executing the project with an alternative solutions in case of dilemma. Also, they are the ones that inspects the location for the layout as well as the probable cost of the materials on how they will budget without spending so much cost without affecting the quality of materials. So in that case, it will be a benefit for both client and the engineer. The next reporter will be Robert Juntagle.
Cost engineering is the engineering practice dedicated to a project cost management, including practices such as estimating cost control, cost planning, investment appraisal, and risk analysis in the budget plan, and monitoring of investment projects. Cost engineering can determine these aspects and be able to predict or assess costs, how to minimize the risk and impact of overspends against budgets, and how to ensure that there is an appropriate balance between technical aspects and related costs. With these goals in mind, cost engineering essentially attempts to capture practical experience in systematic way to analyze different circumstances to make prediction whether a proposed cost is reasonable. Cost engineering extends beyond the estimation and assessment of cost because these capabilities can also be able to support the aim of achieving more cost-effective results. In most instances, the output of a cost engineering exercise is not an end in itself, but rather an input to a decision-making process. The next reporter will be Rachel Esconde.
The project analysis and report process usually provides a rough estimate of construction costs for the project under consideration and for alternative project configurations. These cost estimates are preliminary as the sketches and specification of the final design have not been yet prepared. Moreover, since inflation will impact the cost of construction, the scheduling of construction work must be taken into account. So, ibig sabihin lahat ng preliminary report ng project, meaning bago mag-start ang construction, yung project analysis, costing and timeline, ini-estimate or kumbaga tinatansya yung gastusin pati yung oras. Next is yung construction costs. Construction costs are the approximate gross construction cost of the facilities to be recovered by planned comprehensive design or construction. Improbation services including the fees and the other costs of such a service, the property and the right way cost, the legal administration of the agency. So meaning yan is yung approximate or estimated construction cost ng facility na mako-cover ng plano ng design or yung construction services. Pero di pa kasama yung other fees na and legal cost gaya ng bayad sa lupa, right of way, etc. So the next reporter is Dan Palaguyan.
The cost, which includes audits, the cost of issuing bonds, land costs, and interest for borrowed money during construction, are part of a probable total project cost and can best be estimated in cooperation with the client because they are usually outside the knowledge and control of the civil engineer. Audits, it is done to ascertain the accuracy of financial statement provided by the organization. The land cost refers to the asset of valuation method that applies to the land appearing on the company balance sheet. The cost of land do not include all expenses associated with the acquisition of the property as well as those needed to ready it for use by the company. The cost issuance or the expenses paid by or on behalf of the issuer in connection with the sale of issuance of bonds. This is best to be estimated by the client with the project management because they have the knowledge more on about the project. The next reporter will be Andrea Nicole Ongkinko.
Contingency allowance or construction contingency. A construction contingency is an amount of money set aside to cover any unexpected costs that can arise throughout the construction project. This money is on reserve and is not allocated to any specific area of work. Essentially, the contingency acts as an insurance against other unforeseen costs. An example of such unforeseen costs is a price escalation. If there is a saving in this contingency allowance, then this amount can be used for execution of extra items of work. That's all. Thank you.